Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scaling Out a ComC Store from Scratch. We're going to take a look at some of the data from April of 2025 to show you some stats and different things like that. Also to note, this video is sponsored by ComC. They are sponsoring this series. And if you guys want to join ComC or take a look at cards that I have for sale on my portfolio, click the link that is going to be down below in the description. I'll also make it as a pinned comment. Thank you again, ComC, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys do want to support the channel, make sure to click that link and check out some of the cards I have for sale, and also build a portfolio on ComC where you can buy, sell, or trade. All right, let's jump into a few different things. Number one, they just had their big spring clean out sale on here. I don't know the exact name off the top of my head, but I did buy quite a lot of cards through there. I want to say I at least spent 1.5K, maybe close to $2,000 on that. So I didn't take out any money off of my account just because of that. I felt like the rebate was pretty nice, and plus people had a lot of discounts on their stores. So I think last video I had over 2,000 cards in that price. We're down to 1643. A lot of these still are from that sale, so I'll have to go through and price those out when I get the chance. Also down below, items inventory, again, close to 21,000. Total asking price 65. That'll be close to 70 once I price all this out. Items for sale 19,000. All right, so items sold, items purchased, different things like that over here. So you can see I've sold 15,479, and my total sales on the platform is $67,529.37. I have a ton of offers over here. I'm probably going to go through a few of these on the video for you guys, but also let's go into some seller stats so you can see how the portfolio performed last month. Now, one thing to note is I did not actually run a sale on here. I should take advantage of these sales, but personally I have the philosophy that a lot of my cards are already the lowest priced on the platform. Someone may discount their cards for the sale, but after my cards will still be pretty low. And I still have to go back and reprice things that have been over a year and different things like that. But maybe I'll make that into a video. But you can see the sales are still pretty strong, right? $4,478 in sales. In comparison to February, we're at 4,665. So slightly down. You can see about 1,200 cards that have sold both times. So I'll take that, right? It's a nice steady month. I want to personally get anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 in sales a month. So hitting 46, I'm perfectly okay with that. Also to note, I bought a ton of cards in Europe recently, and I'm going to be subbing a lot of these to ComC. Also, some of them are going to be graded. So I have a ton of cards I need to add to the platform still. I haven't done that in a while, but once those cards trickle in, I really want to get the account to anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 in sales each month. And we'll talk about some strategies as that happens. Ideally, I want to get this to 10K a month, maybe in 2026 or 2027. It takes some time, right? If you can look, I've been trying to scale it over time. It's not a super fast process unless you have already a ton of cards ready to go. And there's some sellers on here that have 100,000 plus cards that will do those type of numbers. It's going to take some time building this from ground up, right? Some of these people have been doing it for 5 or plus years. So give it a little bit of time with that. And you can see June 2023, essentially my first sale. I won't count this August one because this was my first time using the platform, although I did buy cards off of eBay. All right, so now what I want to do is just go into some of the sales in April and see what my top sales are. And also what I do want to take a look at too, we'll go into my inventory manager. Wonder if there's anything in here that's worth showing you guys. I don't know if I bought some stuff. I think I did buy some stuff that I'm going to get graded, and we'll do a tutorial on that in the future. All right, so what I'm going to do is show without prices. I'm trying to see if I have stuff in here that I was going to grade. These Arby's, I might grade. I think they do pretty well. I have 2 of these right now. I got to do a little bit more research on this. I was on the fence, so that's why I didn't price that out as of yet. You can see I bought a lot of that. This Garrett Cole, this is a gold refractor numbered to 50. I think this makes sense to get graded, especially with Cole being out for the season. He'll come back next year, so it's no rush trying to flip this card right away. Although I think I got a pretty good price, $70 for a pre-rookie card, Garrett Cole number to 50 auto on card as well. I couldn't pass that up on there. I would think like if it comes back a 9, that's at least a $200 card. If it comes back a 10, it's a 500 plus. So when I saw this, I bought it right away, and this is a really, really sick card. I'll probably put that in the thumbnail in some capacity. I might grade these Shakespeare Ogdens. This doesn't look too bad. I think it has a chance at getting a 4. And then also this one over here, probably not. This has some more chipping. It is a diagonal cut, but at least this one over here, I think looks pretty nice. And I think there's room if I get this back as a 4. The one thing with Ogdens is they typically have pretty poor surfaces, so you can't tell. I think there's some scratches on here, but this image doesn't let me see that. I paid $9 for it, so I'll get that subbed with SGC. I can't remember what the rate for SGC is on the site. Maybe it's $15 or $18. So I'd be into it for 27. I feel if it comes back at 3 or 4, I should be able to make a little bit of money on that. I might buy some of these other Shakespeare cards as well. I did pick up some of these when I was in Europe as well, so we'll see. But you can see like that is a bad corner, so that won't grade. Let's go into this one. This one also has a bad corner, so that won't grade. That's bad over there. Some chipping over there, chipping there. That's $29 there. That won't grade well. Let's just look at that. I wanted to look at these real quick before I post this video, just so you guys don't snipe me. I'm gonna try to buy some more, but so yeah, let's see. There's 2 that are graded over here. There's a 4 and a 6. So I just want to see what the 4 looks like. It's $100. Actually, funny enough, I am friends with Global Card Vault, so we were just hanging out at the Europe Card Show. Great guy, really awesome PC on that side of things. But you can see this got a 4. It probably has a better surface though, and this got graded by PSA. I think this is a little bit of a weak 4 with that corner over there. That's my personal opinion. And then there's a 6 on here too. And this is by Henry on here. I do want to know who Henry is because he has some cards I want to buy. And you can see this is a pretty clean copy on that side of things. But yeah, we'll probably get that graded. I'll put that into my grading stack, which I need to do a better job of labeling things. I'll put this one here. We'll say that's not for sale. We'll keep going through on some stuff. Like I said, tons and tons of stuff that I got a price. You guys can see some of the stuff that I purchased, right? And some of the purchase prices on these. I do like these flags. Flags always do really well for me. I find them selling, and these are from the top set from 56. I mean, I paid pretty cheap dollar. The next cheapest is $2.50. So I priced this a little bit under. There's no storage fee under $2.50. So it may take a little while, but someone from Peru or someone that knows someone from Peru will buy that card eventually. Where's the other card? There's a few others that I was looking at. Oh, this is one I might get graded from 1976 fans of Robert Shaw. I want to say it's Jaws, if I remember correctly, and someone's going to probably roast me on this side of things, but I paid $9 for this. I think it's another one of those. You get that in a slab, even like a low grade, should be able to pull a $50 plus on that. Another RBs of that Don Mattingly. I have to look at some of the Manning stuff. I don't think Manning stuff is really worth getting graded anymore. Not sure why. It should be, but what else was in here? We'll go to like another page. And I guess you guys can see some of the stuff I bought on these sales, right? Like there's some really, really good stuff in here. I mean, like look at this, a Garrett Cole for $1.25 for a jersey card. I mean, that's fine. Another one over here for $1. Should be able to do pretty well on that side of things. I don't think 2013 Trouts are good. It's interesting. There's one at $1. I wonder if this is worth buying. There's 101 sales. There's a pretty big gap into this at $2. I mean, it's 50 cents to add it to a platform anyways, and it's an early Trout. I might just buy above all these from cards above replacement and make a note to look in his port a little bit later. Put that over here, and I'll buy that. Also, I don't know if you guys like when I just do some shopping and things like that on the platform when I make these videos, but if not, just let me know. I'm just trying to make these interesting rather than just look at card at a time. Show you kind of some of the cases. I mean, a Greg Maddux Refractor for $1. Felix Hernandez, Bowman Chrome Prospect. These are pretty good cards. You can see the surface scratches, so it's not worth getting that one graded. I know I have some more cards in here that I wanted to possibly grade though, but I gotta look through them. Like I said, I have 1,600 that aren't priced, so we'll find those. But those were some of the bigger ones, right? I'm gonna get the Ogden Shakespeare. My prediction's a 4, and then the Garrett Cole, which I think will get a 9. And maybe I should do like predictions and stuff like that when we do some grades on the channel. Just let me know. These were a bunch of golds. I gave these a shot, right? So like I have no idea who this is, but for 8 cents to get a Topps Gold like this, I feel like there's people that want to get that set. I mean, the cheapest is 40 cents after that. Price it at 30 cents. And they're slow movers, but again, you're paying 14 cents. The next one's 70 cents. So someone was clearing out all their golds. I bought a ton of those, even buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But Let's go back before I show you everything over here, and even some like Brock Lesnar. I know he's super, super popular. 40 cents. That's fine. Those will move. All right. So we'll go into our sales history. Then we'll look at some of the cards above replacement and things like that. So that's out over here. Cards above replacement has a lot of stuff, man. Jim Brown's over there. Like Trout rookie. I should look at recently added, but I'll show you sales history. All right, so here's a card. I want to say I bought this at a card show or at auction house. I can't remember. 65 bucks on that one. Didn't take too long. A 1933 Jesse Haynes. These Gaudi Hall of Famers do pretty well in here. Yeah, this is pretty poor shape, but still was able to sell it for 60 bucks. This one I sold really, really fast. I feel like I sold this too cheap, but you can see as like part of a logo patch of Miguel Cabrera, and that one sold for 55 bucks, paid 42 for that. Barry Sanders, 1989 score. These move like crazy. That one sold for 50 bucks. Albert Einstein, I finally sold one of these. Over here, little paper loss on the back, paid 35, 45. I'm going to lose a lot of money on some of the other Einstein stuff. At one point, these were going for like 100 bucks, but a lot of them flooded the market, which happens with some of the German cards. Ricky Henderson, 39 into $44 here. Henderson stuff still probably moves pretty well. And you can see like that took like a month over here. All right, so I don't even remember buying this card. All these soccer players, and I know I've been trying to get a little bit more into soccer stuff. Oh well, either way, if I sold this too cheap, just let me know. It looks like I doubled my money on that one. A lot of Otanis sold for me. You see, I paid 35 bucks each for those. Sold them for 42. These move really, really well. If I can buy them under 35 bucks, I try to. You can see now 45 is the cheapest on here. They're trending downwards on the sales volume, but those do pretty nice over here. I bought a lot of these Juan Soto patches a while ago for like 30 bucks a piece, and then I sold them. I sold them probably a little cheap. I tried to put it at 50 bucks, but then someone offered me 40 essentially for each of these. I figured $10 a card. Wasn't too much work. Sold in a month. I'll take that over there. Griffey Finest, I paid 33 bucks. It sold for 38. This actually took longer than I wanted to, but these have gone down a bit. Bobby Richardson autograph, 29 to 36 bucks. Jim Abbott, 17 into 33. Adrian Beltre Black, paid $24 for this. This was a pretty sweet card. This actually might be grade worthy if someone wanted to grade it. I don't know if you would grade that card or not, but $33 over here. The Stanley Cup. I know this is a pretty popular card over here. A lot of hockey collectors buy cards of the Stanley Cup, 14 to 33. Johnny Mize, I thought this was a no-brainer buy at $20. Slabbed autograph Hall of Famer. It's a reprint, 1983, which is the first official reprints of the 52 set, 20 to 33 bucks. I was shocked that these don't go for more, but that's about the going rate on that card. And Gus Zernial, 1951. That went for 24 to 30 bucks. Base Otani, 25 to 30 bucks. All of these Jokic's sold for me. I bought them for 21. They sold for 27 each. You know, part of me thinks I should have probably graded some of these, but I can't tell if the card is like wavy. You can see a little bit over here. These stickers are just tough. And I didn't want to like lose a lot of money on these. And you can see a little bit waviness over here. But I looked at it of like, I'm making $7 to $8 each of these cards. That's fine. Another Otani pitching, 23 to 26 bucks. Luz Long and Jesse Owens. I don't know Long, but I know Owens. I bought that 15 to 25. Fred Hutchinson in a 7, 19 to 25 bucks. Tony Kubek. These always do pretty well for some of the older autographs. So this is 2001, 14 to 23 bucks. 1985 Garbage Pail. A lot of set collectors on these. So if I find these in 8s, 9s, or 10s, when I grab them, a little 10s are too expensive, but 15 to 23. Jose Canseco autograph, $13. I mean, you can't even get that slabbed for $13. It's a pretty rough card, but still, 23 bucks over there. And I actually bought that a long time ago. I was shocked how long it took. Tennessee flag into 20 bucks. Aaron Judge rookie, 15 to 20. Steph Curry, 14 to 19. I was actually hesitant on buying this card originally for 14 bucks, but I know stuff moves pretty well. Ed Begley on this side of things, autograph over here, 8 into $19. We have a Marvin Harrison, 16 into 19. David Ortiz, I feel like I sold this one too cheap. This was a pretty awesome jersey over here, 10 to $19. 2012, Bryce Harper, 15 to 18. Billy Sims autograph, 13 to 17. Opeachy Gretzky, 9 to 17. Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. I mean, these are two big names in wrestling. And that one sold for 17 bucks. Jeter, Alfonso Soriano, Refractor into $16 on there. I was on the platform for a while. Jose Canseco, I thought this was a pretty cool card. Another one I kind of took a chance on, and that one sold for $16. Lamar Jackson, rookie, 10 to 15. Barry Bonds, Lumberjacks, into 15 bucks over there. Maryland Flag, $15. Tom Brady, no name, 11 to $14. You can see that over here. I don't even know if these are like really, really good cards or not. Ricky Henderson. I took some chances on some Ricky Henderson stuff that sold for 15 bucks. Bobby Witt, 3 and 2, 10 to $14. Witt stuff moves incredibly fast. I need to learn more modern, but I know Witt as well. Jordan, 10 to $14. David Robinson members only 8 to 13. Another Jordan, 9 to 13. I love this card. If I can get it under 10 bucks, always a buy for me. Flair, Michael Jordan, 10 to 13. Mookie Betts, 9 to 13. Justin Verlander, Pristine, 9 to 12 bucks. Indiana, 12 bucks. Pretty bad shape on that one. You can see over here. I feel like I sold this a little cheap though. I should probably raise it up a bit. Jose Ramirez, minor league, 8 to 12 bucks. Hoffman, Charleston Wheelers, what a name, 7 into 12. Allstott, Drew Brees, Refractor, 4 to $12. Brett Hull, 9 to 12 bucks. Schmidt, 7 to 12. Griffey, 7 to 11.50. John Riggins, 4 bucks. I thought this was pretty cheap. Number to 25 for this impeccable. That seems like a bargain bin card all day. 11 bucks over here. Henry Armstrong, 11 bucks. I actually didn't look for these overseas. I should have, but didn't have enough time. Seaver in a 7. Bought that for 7 bucks. Felt like there's no way to lose. Lost a little bit on this 1149 to 1140, but it wasn't moving, and these went down quite a bit. You can see I had this for a while, so that's fine. Some Ichiros made $1 each on those. That's whatever. Griffey, right, 9 to 11. Frank Thomas, this was a nice flip over there. Jackie Robinson, 9 to $11. A-Rod, 10 to 11 bucks. Some Bo Jackson rookies, bought these pretty cheap. I felt sold for like 11 a piece. We'll look at see if there's any others on there. Mookie Betts rookies, $10 over there. Alonzo Refractor, $10. Griffey, Brett Butler, almost 10 bucks. Another Bo Jackson, and then a Pokemon Spectrochrome. I don't know what that is, but and let's see. Look, these are at 16 bucks now, which is, I think it's too high. These Bo Jacksons are at $9, which isn't too bad. That is a bad corner there. That's kind of rough. And then I still got to look at this guy's stuff recently added. He had some good prices. We'll look at that at the very end. But yeah, so we'll maybe go a few more. Ricky Henderson, 950. Lou Gehrig, number to 50 for 10 bucks. And some Kobe's, 86, 87 Fleer checklist, 9 bucks. But yeah, I mean, that's literally what I want to try to do for like $2 to $3 a card. You can add those up. Didn't actually find another one of these Napoleon when I was overseas. They were all pulled from albums and stuff like that already, but I would have grabbed them more. Scottie Pippen, 6 to 750. And yeah, I mean, that's, these Otani Leaf conventions, 2 bucks. That was a steal when I bought those. And LeBron James, I actually bought a full set, I think, of something like this, or LeBron 2003 stuff. World of Poker autograph. No idea who that is, but 5 into 6 bucks. All right, let me show you the cheapest ones. So purchase price will go to like lowest, or maybe sales price is lowest. That's what we wanted to do. This will take a little bit. All right, we'll look at those in a second. Let's see if there's anything that really stands out here on the cheap side of things. There could be some good deals on these cards that are graded. I'll have to look a little bit later. And like their fair pricing. Let's see if there's anything else that really stands out for me. Tony Gonzalez rookies tend to move pretty well. That's a Barry Sanders number to 250. That might not be terrible. Brady 2003 Chrome. It seems about market or a little bit high. Breeze doesn't sell as much as he should. Calvin rookie, but it's up artifacts. Bronze. This is probably about market. I'll just see really quick. 275. That's above market. 980. These aren't really selling. Yeah. It was just that one card. You can see there's some of these for 13 bucks. Either way, sometimes it's like that with the dealer. You find one card that you like. I'm not going to spend a ton of time. But let's jump into some of these over here. Cheapest stuff. So like 2 into 6 cents. No idea who this is. But it's a puzzle back. Marvel Universe 9 to 11 cents. I'm rich. I made 2 cents on that card. But just to show you guys, like sometimes I'm going through a report, right? And I buy a lot of stuff, right? 11 to 16 cents. It doesn't really make sense to do only make 5 cents a card, but if you're already on the page, just add to cart, whatever, it's fine, especially if there's multiple of them and you can just bulk price those out pretty fast. Let's see if there's anything really, really good. So 7 to 18, 12 to 18. That's not bad. 5 cents into 19 cents. You can see these are always pretty popular, these masterpieces. Rookie 10 to 19 cents. What else is over here? These are like okay. Nothing really too great. Again, just stuff that adds up fast, as I mentioned. These are like 17 to 24. Again, it's not bad margin. This is pretty good. 9 cents. Someone put a 1982 Steve Carlton in here for 9 cents. You gave me an added card to the platform at that price, so sold that for 25 cents. What else over here? 13 cents into 28 for this platinum rainbow. 15 to 31 for this 88 Fleer. And we'll probably go through one more page. A bunch of these at 18 cents to 33. Martin Nakaz. I don't know. I probably mispronounced it, but all these sold. That's why I like buying some hockey cards sometimes. I got to do more research on that side, but you can see some Seavers, 17 cents. I mean, on the low end side of things, this stuff sells. Max, Dale Earnhardt. I know some of the earlier Max stuff, Earnhardt sells a ton. They're featured in other sports videos. But yeah, that is essentially the lower end stuff into the Frank Thomas 18 to 37, 17 to 38, Reggie Jackson, Dave Kingman on that one. Do one more page. 17 to 38 on that Grant Hill, 17 to 39 on a Madonna rookie. Yeah, we'll go back to the main page and we'll call it a video. Thank you guys for checking this out. Next month, I'm definitely going to submit some stuff for grading. We'll make that into a tutorial on here. Show you some other stuff. But last sales. This is my first sale, I guess, for May. But you can see Walt Disney Film Sales. I actually bought a decent amount of these. They sell. And yeah, we will call that a video. Thanks again, guys, for watching it. If you have a ComC portfolio or anything like that, feel free to put it down below in the comment section. I am always trying to find stuff to buy, and I